Bruh.
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 What?
You go first.
Oh, you go first.
No, you go first.
Bruh, I'm picking these burgers. Go first.
Alright. You need to read this book.
Nah, you read this book.
No, bruh, you need to read this book.
Bruh, I'm telling you, this right here.
Bruh, I'm telling you, bruh, you need to read this book, bruh. Cry the Beloved Country is like the greatest book ever, bruh. If Miss Herring would have assigned this book, I would have never fell asleep in her class, bruh. Like, this book right here, this book right here, Nick, this book right here is the greatest book of all time, bruh. I'm trying to tell you, bruh, this is the greatest book ever, bruh.
Real talk. That book's whack, cause this book go. You wanna know why, dude? This book right here, Life of Pi, bruh. This book, oh my goodness, dude. The plot line is just great. I mean, dude, I'm speechless. I just can't even. You see? But still, read this book, dude. You will be thankful that I introduced you to this book.
Let me tell you about the life of Pi, about this guy whose name is Pi, and he lived in Toronto. His life was long, not pronto, suffering intensely, so he found religion and zoology. Learned to swim from an associate named Francis at Herbosamy. Pause, let me change it up. A flashback just came up. It's what the story consists of. Pi started off a Hindu with his bro Robbie too, and his father who ran the Pondicherry Zoo. He showed them a thing or two on the nature of what tigers do, like tigers eating live food, live prey. I'm talking ghost dude, and he ends up on a boat that could no longer float with animals and others, bro. But that's in part 2, and part 3 is a mystery. So grab a book and have a look, and maybe you'll know much as me.
You should read this book.
Nah, read this book.
You should read this book.
Nah, read this book.
You should read this book. Nah, bruh, you should read this book.
Nah, bruh, you should read this book.
You should read this book.
You should read this book.
I ain't reading that book.
You should read this book.
You should read this book.
You should read this book.
Nah, read this book.
Cry, love it, country, hey, cry, love it, country, hey, cry, love it, country, hey, cry, love it, country, hey.
My book is way better, bruh. It's about a dude that live in Africa in a small village with men and women that feed the children.
Hey! What y'all doing back there?
Turn it up.
Quit all that turning up.
Turn down for what? My book is way better, bruh. It's about a dude that live in Africa in a small village with men and women that feed the children, no pun intended. The main man named Steven gets a letter in the mail. The letter's from his sister who ain't feeling so well. So he's gotta give a helping hand to her, cause her brother is the man to her. So he left quick, yeah, he ran to her all the way to the city of Johannesburg. Now he's on the quest to help assist and to look for a son who ran away, cause it's been a while since he's been home, but it seemed like it was just yesterday. So he gets there with no problem and is greeted by a warm welcome. They gave him a nice place to stay and said thanks for coming and helping, but his heart drops when he finds out that his sister turned into a prostitute. While he hasn't seen her in a few years, she's been sleeping with a lot of dudes. So he tells her that he misses her and they should go back together. She says yes and they leave in that hot African weather. So now they going to look for a son now, taking all of their time out. Are they ever going to find him? You gotta read the book and find out. You should read this book.
Nah, read this book.
You should read this book.
Nah, read this book.
You should read this book. Nah, bruh, you should read this book.
Nah, bruh, you should read this book.
You should read this book.
You should read this book.
I ain't reading that book.
You should read this book.
You should read this book.
You should read this book.
Nah, read this book.
Cry, love it, country, hey, cry, love it, country, hey, cry, love it, country, hey, cry, love it, country, hey.
Marvel never guesses, he knows.